thanks. Okay, that's enough of it. You don't want to hear me singing more heavy metal style, but today we have a band from Italy called Ibridoma. Now this is a curious band, and unfortunately I don't have the CD here with me in Spain. It's left in Finland. But what is interesting with the band is that this one has been out for their more like 20 years. And this is the first time I actually hear the band with their 2022 release, which is a sixth album by the band called Norimbega 2.0. It doesn't sound exactly Italian, which is a curious one because they indeed have some Italian songs. That is, there's Italian singing as well as English one. Now here in Metal Archives this is listed as heavy/power metal. However, I would say this is definitely more leaning to kind of a traditional heavy metal. But of course, those kind of genre things are not just that one album, but giving the overall impression of the band. Now, 20 years plus in the making, 6 albums in. What can we expect from a band called Ibridoma? First of all, I want to make a point about the production. This is probably as good as it can come to this kind of a band. I'm saying it's very solid 5 out of 5 kind of a production. It's pounding, it's very heavy, it's having crystal clear sound. You can hear the bass giving a lot of power to the overall sound as well as the drums, and the vocalist is good. Guitars have their place, so everything seems to be very, very well balanced in terms of, doing heavy metal. When we're talking about the music, it's kind of weird that they start with a track that isn't exactly luring you in. I'm talking about this Ti ho visto andare via. I don't know about the pronunciation, but that song is almost more like leaning towards some kind of a more modern metalcore and the like. And that first track is like, okay, these guys play heavy, but it's not a good track. Things, however, change very quickly when Woman from the starts with, first of all, English singing, but also kind of a heavy metal ballad. It's more, mid-tempo-ish, and it's kind of a very, very moody track in a way. It's a kind of a heavy metal ballad, which plays out nicely, and that's when the band actually starts to, show their potential and all that stuff. Overall, this 40 minutes of an album with 10 tracks, everything is pretty nice and sweet, no too lengthy tracks, nothing too short. I mean, it's not grindcore after all. Everything here is well balanced in terms of songwriting. There are parts where things are more energetic, not exactly super fast, obviously, because it's heavy metal, not some black metal or death metal, but things have their place. So there are parts where this is more energetic and giving you the kind of good vibes, and then there are parts which are more emotional, like the second track or the last one, Eyes of the Stranger. And I liked how the vocalist is interpreting those lyrics. There's certain kind of a passion and power which is very, very fitting. Doesn't matter what the language is. However, most of them, as you can probably see, are in English, and it works well. The Italian feeling to it doesn't rub you the wrong way, or at least it didn't for me. So it's not like you're listening some kind of a spaghetti pasta, I don't know what kind of a espresso stuff you're looking for. No, it's very European given that, but it's not like rubbing hey, we are coming from Italy. So there's that. So if you're looking for some kind of less known counterpart for more known names coming from Europe, that is Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, for people who are unaware what I'm talking about. So if you want to have kind of counterbalance for, British heavy metal and the like, and you don't want to go all the way to this kind of a weird German feeling, Ibridoma might be your cup of tea. At least I liked their album overall pretty much. My only real complaint is that they're still lacking this hit songs, which are, in my opinion, very essential when we're talking about heavy metal. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about those British heavy metal bands or bands like Manowar or Wasp from United States. Heavy metal is kind of bound to go with those anthems and classic tracks. Maybe it's all about ballads, maybe it's about powerful songs, but you kind of need them to make an impact. Even if it's a 1 or 2 radio hits, those are the ones that will keep the motion, the engine rolling. But apart from that, this is pretty good of an album, so check out Norimbega 2.0. It's available on your favorite streaming services. So no excuse to skip it. And of course, if you prefer physical format, it's out on CD as well. This is Rauta. Stay heavy metal and okay, jokes aside, bye.